You can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. And allow your body to settle, your being to settle, your mind to settle just as much as you're able. You can do the things you know to do that help with that, maybe spreading out, a little jiggling, maybe a few deep breaths. Mentally setting aside whatever projects you've been working on to give yourself this hour of being present, that for this time, there's nothing you need to plan, there's nothing you need to go over. And as difficult and unfamiliar as it may be, you have permission to just be here, feeling this. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out through your arms and legs, your fingers and toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands and the heels of your feet. Release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, maybe a little jiggle or rock. Straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot. Circle your ankle, couple big circles. Both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, straighten your leg part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg, feeling what's here. Letting what's here be here. Let's release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist, open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching away from one another. Roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. Grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close as you can. Straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot. Circle your ankle, couple big circles. Both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. Release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee, feeling around inside the pose, taking in all the sensation, as much of the experience of being you as you can. Staying in your twist, try straightening, left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees. Drop your feet to the floor, getting set up for some core work. Start from a place of ease, relaxing your arms, your face. Breath slow and deep. And then as you exhale, begin to engage your abdominals, pressing the lower back down from the inside. Each exhale a little more. And then interlace fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more like this. Last one. Bring your right knee in and your left elbow across so they come towards one another, and then stretch the right leg long. Bring it in. Reach it long. Bring it in. Reach it long. Bring it in. Reach it long. One more. And then switch. Left knee in, right elbow across, and then stretch it long. Bring it in. Stretch it long. In. And long. In. And long. 2 more. Last one. Bring both legs up in the air. Outwardly rotate the legs. Bring one leg in front of the other and switch back and forth. Quick little switches and a slow lowering of the legs towards the floor. When it gets difficult to keep the lower back down, head back up. Isolating the tension where it's useful. Really straight, strong, active legs, strong core. And can you relax your jaw? Can you soften the muscles around the eyes? One more, lower and lift. And then release. Knees in, little circle or rock. Make your way up. And let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees, grab a blanket. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers spread, flat and active, lifting up away from the floor, core engaged. Inhale, lift your head and tailbone arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides of the body. If going all the way down is too much, just do what you can, finding your way. Press up and round. Arch. Dip down. Press up. Round. Arch. Dip down. Press up. round and sink back to child's pose, settling your weight back into the floor, coming back to a moment of ease and surrender. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table, come back through down dog. And take your time opening up into this first down dog. You might pedal out your feet a little bit or shift your hips side to side. Checking on all the details you are aware of. Spreading fingers, hands flat, outwardly rotating the upper arms. Walk your hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Letting the upper body release, letting go. Might take a sway or shake out here. Bend your knees a little more and then slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Take a moment to maybe set an intention for your practice, maybe even for your day. Next inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog when you're ready, taking the time you need. If you want to pause anywhere, add in other movement. Move a little slower, you're welcome. One more deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Fold forward. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Settle in. Sink low. Feeling where you are, feeling your breath. One more breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square, with the upper body letting go, like ragdoll. Let your head hang, let your neck release. Stretch that left leg, straighter, longer, higher. Last breath. Step back, warrior one. Drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg. Straight long back leg. Back wrapping around to the front, engaging the core. One more breath. Release, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks, pyramid pose. I'm going to straighten the front leg, part way or all the way. Come up as high as you need to on your blocks. Make sure you're not overstretching. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog. Any movement transition. Feel what you're doing. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Can it be continually fine-tuning and unattached? Finding that balance between caring, not caring. Tip forward, standing splits. Doing your best, continuing to go towards more full expression and creating all the space for it to be as it is. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Last breath here. Release. Pyramid pose. Going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. Last breath here. Release, make your way back to a good rest. More important than the shape, come back to this quality of presence and surrender. Accessing that deep peace that's underneath. It's underneath always. When we let go of all the doing, all the commentary, all the trying. Last breath here. Let's make our way through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take the right arm back up. Come over to a side bend. Left arm can provide support in your way. Big reach out, like a yawn. Reach a little further out to come up. Release down. Same thing, other side. Reach a little further out, come up, release down. Interlace your fingers. Press out through your palms. Arms come up by the ears. Shoulders drop, arms reach straight. Rise up onto your toes for a little balance. So that could be just a slight lift of the heels. Could be all the way up or anywhere in between. How much ease can you find here when it's like this? Start to fold forward, staying in balance on the toes. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. You might slide a little lower. Make sure you're not locking your knees or overstretching. Finding your edge. Release, drop your hands, drop your heels, drop your head, let that go. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders low, fingers high. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up, warrior three. Shift forward, find your balance. Square off your hips. Reach out through the top of the head, back through the back foot. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one, just one breath. Release through your movement transition back to down dog. Taking your time, moving in your way. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Warrior 3. Customize each pose. We're each learning how to take care of these unique bodies as best we can. Nobody really knows, and we each have the best chance of knowing our own body. Last breath here. Step back, warrior 1. Release. Moving through any transition. Back to any resting pose. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Fold forward. Lengthen. Step or hop back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. When you're ready, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Step back, warrior 1. Let's take eagle arms, right elbow on top of left. Little upper back arch, lifting the chest, sinking the hips low. Shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot, step into eagle, Garudasana, knee on top of knee, hips low, head high. Unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Expanding past the end points. Let's try revolved half moon. So you can either lower both hands and then lift the right arm, or try and windmill, starting to lift the right arm, keep rotating left hand down to a block or the floor. Bend the supporting leg as much as you need. Roll open through that top shoulder. Release, step back, pyramid pose. Find your footing. We'll set up for revolved triangle. Left hand can be on your foot, your ankle, the floor, or a block, and the block could be on the inside or outside of that front foot, as high as you need. Try and square off the hips. Draw that right hip back and then extend right arm high. One more breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Any movement transition. Left leg sweeps up. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Warrior 3. Step back, warrior 1. Eagle arms. Left elbow on top. Shift your weight forward, come onto the toes, that back foot, step into eagle. With all the effort, with all the sensation, can you relax? Unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Take your time. Modify or adjust in any way you need to. You could bend the supporting leg more. Could grab a block for your supporting hand. Wobbling is welcome. Can you really feel that? As we go towards balance, there may be wobbling. Welcome it. Revolved half moon. Right hand down, left hand up. We're going towards straight long lines, and it'll be as it is. Can it be okay as it is? With all the tightness, all the sensation, all the wobbling. Release. Step back. Pyramid, getting set up for revolve triangle. Right hand can be on the foot, the ankle, a block, or the floor. Left hand might start at the lower back, drawing back through the left hip, rolling open through the top shoulder. And then maybe left arm extends up. It shouldn't look any different, shouldn't be easier, shouldn't feel more comfortable than it does. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Letting all of that go. Letting what's done be done. Let's make our way through down dog and into a pigeon pose on the right side. We're going to slide the right knee forward, scoot the left leg back, help the hips get as low as they'll go. And if some support would be useful, feel free to put a blanket or cushion or block under your hips. Lean your chest on something or your forehead on something. So in this practice where we have a little bit of control anyways, we can titrate the amount of uncertainty, discomfort, tightness, weakness that we can handle at any given moment. So we go towards our edges, meet them. It feels as it does, and then as best we can, we relax into it and let it be. If in any instance that is too much for you, you come out of the pose. You get to do that. So slowly, slowly, as we're able, we can expand our window of tolerance, expand our comfort zone so that we can find our center even when it's like this, whatever this is. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your right hip that's in your way, move it so you can lean to the right, slide the left knee forward, half hero on the left side. So you can move your calf muscle out of your way. Feel free to sit up on something or modify in any way you need to so this works for your knee. Lean back, tuck the tailbone. And you can stay on your hands. You can experiment coming lower, maybe just to the right elbow, maybe both elbows, maybe all the way back. Keep tucking the tailbone. Keep guiding the sensation from the hip to the knee. To release, lean to the right, straighten the left leg out, give a little rub to the knee or ankle, working out any tightness from that last pose and those joints. And then make your way back to down dog, however you do, feeling what you're doing. From down dog, let's bring the left knee forward, pigeon pose on the left side, scoot back through the right leg. Help the hips get as low as they'll go and then see what kind of support might be useful here. What is there to release now? It's a wonderful experiment to look at how often, I'll speak for myself, I think I shouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling and how much suffering that creates. And so here, where we're bringing a lot of awareness to the experience of doing things, we can maybe create a little bit more space around all the ways it is to be each of us. Bring the upper body back up. Move anything out of your way so you can tip over onto the left hip, slide the right knee more forward, and then make space for half hero. Right knee fit forward, right toes back, move your calf out of your way. Lean back, tuck the tailbone. You can stay on two hands or experiment. Keep guiding the stretch from the hip to the knee. Keep tucking the tailbone. To release, lean to the left, straighten the right leg out, give a little rub to the knee, the ankle, the foot. Make your way back to down dog, evening things out. Come all the way through to sitting. Extending legs forward, take the flesh of the sit bones back, lengthen and fold, using your hands for support, whether that's on the feet or something around the feet or the floor. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. And grab your toes or ankles with that grip. Lengthen and fold. Elbows can push into the legs to help them open, or if it works better, you can lean into hands or elbows. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. We'll keep the right leg more or less where it is. Open the left leg out to the left. Right arm up and over. Parigasana, gate pose. Let's let the head drop towards the floor. Take the top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down. Stretching right side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. Switch the legs. Left arm up and over. Big reach out like a yawn. Let your head fall towards the floor. Take the top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. Let's come onto our backs. Bring your knees in and just practice asking yourself what you need. We're moving towards the end of class and there's plenty of time. How do you want to wind things down? There's lots of options. might take a few back bends. You might take a restorative pose. You might take a twist. Maybe it's not even a yoga pose, just some movement or touch. Whatever you're doing, feeling that fully, giving it the time it needs. When you're done, you can practice asking again, what now? When nothing else is needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, spreading out. Making any adjustments to your body, your clothing, your props. And as you're able, settle into stillness, letting go. Letting go of all the doing, all the effort. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually. Eventually reaching out through your arms and legs. Bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Just taking a moment to come back to that intention or a fresh one if one's here now. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.